shloka, it gives a very great message to the society. Swasti astu vishwasya kalo prasiditam dhyayantu bhutani shivam mito diya manascha badram bhajatat adokshaje aveshyatam no matir api ahaituki. Shloka once again. Swasti astu vishwasya kalau prasiditah dhyayantu bhutani shivam mito diya manascha badram bhajatam adokshaje aveshyatam no matir api ahaituki. Shloka once again. Hear carefully, devotees. Swasti astu vishwasya kala prasiditam dhyayantu bhutani shivam mito dhiya manascha badram bhajatat adokshaje aveshyatam no matirapi ahoituki. Hare Krishna. Any two of you recite the shloka? Any two of you? कोई दो लोग श्लोक का उच्चारण कीजिए. बोलिए कोई. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण. Recite the shloka. Yes, bro. Audible. Please go ahead.
Swasti astu vishya kala prasidita dhyayantu bhutani shivamito diyam manasya badram bhajatam adoksharam aveshatam pativapi ahetu.
Very good. Nice, bro. One more devotee recite the shloka. This is a very important shloka, devotees. One more member recite the shloka. Yes. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. पीयूष सावले बोलो, श्लोक उच्चारण करो. प्रयास करो, अटेम्प्ट करो. Anybody? Harshada, would you like to try reciting the shloka? Kotesh? Very simple, but it is just a lengthy shloka, that's it. Swasti astu vishwasya kala prasiditam dhyayantu bhutani shivam mito diya manascha dvadram bhajatat adokshaje aveshyatam no matirapi ahetuki. Okay, I only recited. So I am reading the translation. May there be good fortune throughout the universe, and may all the envious persons be pacified. May all the living entities become calm by practicing Bhakti Yoga to Adokshaja. For by accepting devotional service, they will think of each other's welfare. Therefore, let us all engage in the service of Supreme Transcendence, Lord Sri Krishna, and always remain absorbed in the thought of Him. So this is a very interesting shloka, which looks forward for the welfare of whole society. A devotee prays like this: Swasti astu vishwasya kala prasiditam. विश्व पूरा ब्रह्मांड स्वस्थ हो जाए, सच में दिल खुश हो जाए. कलौ प्रसिद्धता, कला प्रसिद्धता means people who are jealous, envious people, We are praying to God, oh my Lord, let that NUS people be pacified, cool and calm. Dhyayantu bhutani shivam mitodiya. By worshipping Krishna, all the living entities, Shivam, they get auspiciousness. Diya, the intelligence, becomes sharpened. Manascha badram bhajatam adokshaje. They think of each other's benefit by serving adokshaja. So why I have taken this shloka? See, generally people, they always think about themselves. Very hardly someone thinks about others. But here, devotees, we think about others more than us. Let my life get melted. Let my life get finished in the service of others. That's how a devotee thinks. भक्त भगवान के सेवा में पूरा पिघलना चाहते हैं. भक्तों का सेवा में पूरा पिघलना चाहते हैं. जैसा just like a candle, this, it gives light, but the candle itself gets burnt. Similarly, the devotees, they are always thinking about the welfare of others. They are worshipping Krishna so that everybody in the world, they can be peaceful and calm. So Rabindranath Tagore, he says this: wherever there is a mind without fear, hear very carefully these statements. Rabindranath Tagore, he says, wherever the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where the knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken into fragments by domestic walls, where the words come out from the deep depth of the truth, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. These are the words of Rabindranath Tagore. So one by one I will explain here carefully. So Rabindranath Tagore is thinking about others' benefit, everyone's benefit. So devotees, they pray to Lord for everyone's benefit. We wish Happy Independence Day. We wish everybody Happy Independence Day, Happy Independence Day. We pray everybody become peaceful and happy in their life. So Rabindranath Tagore starts this statement with one word. He says, so I'm sending you this quote, Prabhu. You can display this. This quote, you can display this. I'm forwarding you on WhatsApp. You can, maybe you can just make a note of here. And I'm explaining one by one that statement. See, somebody is fearful in mind. Somebody is fearful in his own mind. He is fearful of his own life. How can he think welfare of others? He cannot think about welfare of others. He himself thinks, Mera jivan bach gaya bas. He thinks about his own life. So, first of all, our mind has to be without having any fear. When our mind is without fear, then we can keep our head high. We can live fearlessly. But if our mind is constantly thinking about our own welfare, if our mind is thinking about our own struggles, how we fight for others' struggles? All the freedom fighters, actually, they have thought beyond themselves. They have worked so hard. They have struggled. They fought for us to get this freedom. Because they are not bothered about themselves. They are bothered about the India, the Bharat. They don't have any fear in the mind. They are fearless in their mind. They are ready to face any kind of challenge to protect the Indian's culture, Indian heritage, to keep the India, the Bharat, in its original position. So they fought like anything. So there should not be any fear in the mind. If there is a fear in the mind, means we will be my life, mera family, bus. I will live with my family, my wife, my husband, my children's bus. But to struggle for the India, to struggle for others' benefit, one has to be free of fear in the mind. Then he can stand, then he can face the challenges of life. And the head is held high. And the knowledge should be free. Now, Rabindranath Tagor says, education should not become an industry. Education should not become a corporate company. Education should be distributed freely. Everybody should have some awareness. So when there is a fear in the mind, when there is everything is charged, everything is became a business for their own selfish needs, they make a boundaries. Okay, this is the Pakistan, this is India. Oh, this is the Bangladesh, this is the East Bangladesh, this is West Bangladesh. They spare like this, they make like this. So we have divided into, we have made our own, in our own house, we made a domestic walls. You must have heard about nuclear families, where everybody stays together. But all the Indians, the land, people of this land, they got themselves divided. Oh, this is my district. This is your state. This is my state. Based on religion, based on caste, based on language. But actually we are all one. We are all, belong to this land. So we should not get separated because of our own selfish desires. And we make domestic walls. And whatever we speak, the words come out of depth of truth. Whatever we speak, that should have a heavy meaning, deeper sense for it. So into that heaven of freedom, oh my Father, let my country enter into. This is a Rabindranath Tagore desired at the independence time. He doesn't want any domestic walls. He doesn't want any education should be charged. He doesn't want people to be living with fears. He wants to see whole Bharat as a heaven of freedom. Now, this is the desire of the great people, Rabindranath Tagore. This is the desire of pure devotees, that they pray to the Krishna Adokshaja for everyone's benefit. For everyone's benefit. We discussed that shloka in the beginning. Swasti, 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 astu, vishwasya. Whole world should be peaceful, happy. All the envious people, hatred people, fearful people, let them be pacified. So, celebrating the 78th Independence Day, today morning I went to one college for flag hosting in Andheri. So, as soon as I entered, the trustee member, she also came. She was asking me, "Oh, what you are going to speak today?" She asked. Then I said, "I'm going to speak the internal freedom. I'm going to speak about internal freedom." Then we have hosted the flag, we saluted, we sang national anthem. Then they gave me mic. Whatever I spoke, I'm copying, pasting here. Of course, I have not prepared. Whatever I spoke there, I'm speaking here. So we wish ourselves, right? Happy Independence Day, Happy Independence Day, Happy Independence Day. Actually, we are not independent. We are not independent. From childhood onwards, we are dependent on someone. You see, बचपन में माता पिता के ऊपर dependent है. When we grow up, we are dependent on our teachers, our parents, our friends. When we grow up, we dependent on our brothers, sisters. Then we depend on our society. Then when we grow up, we go on to jobs. We are dependent on company boss, managers. We are dependent on politicians, government officers, police officers. We are dependent on that government. We are dependent on wife and husband. When we get married, we are dependent on them, wife and husband. In old age, we are dependent on our children. So completely we are dependent. Where is the point of independence? We are dependent always. So, but still we celebrate Independence Day. Why? Because remembering the great people's sacrifice. So these great people, they have recognized the external enemies, people who are there outside and bossing over us. They have recognized Britishers are looting our country. Britishers are spoiling our culture. Britishers are breaking our walls, breaking our heads. They are making India as a slave. They recognized. They understood the external enemy. They told, my dear sir, please leave our country. They accepted it. And 1947, August 14th night, they said, we will leave. And as per their promise, they left. So we could recognize the external enemies. But after they left, still we are living like a Britishers. Still we are controlled by them. So we have not at all recognized our internal enemies. We are thinking we got external freedom. We got freedom. But no, we are not got freedom. We are having internal enemies in our heart. They are conquering us. They are torturing us. They are pressing down. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. So when we conquer, when we say, Mr. Lust, please get out of my heart. Oh, my dear pride, please, I don't want you in my heart. Please get out of my heart. So when we get released, when we get freedom from these enemies, internal enemies, then that is internal freedom. That then it is possible for peace. Recognizing outsiders or other people as enemies, that is okay. But actually, we should recognize our own internal enemies in our heart. And we should fight with them. We should send them out of our heart. How we can send? By chanting the holy names of Krishna on regular basis, by practicing Krishna consciousness, by serving that adokshaja. Manascha badram bhajatam adokshaje. Our mind will be peaceful and happy when we serve bhajatam adokshaje, adokshaja. Bhagavan Sri Krishna, adokshaja means. Swasti astu vishwasya. When we serve Krishna, when we engage everybody in the service of Krishna, then only there is a swasti. Great fortune will come to the people. Vishwasya, whole world. When we engage in Krishna's service, then only envious people will be pacified. Yes. Only in the service of Krishna, there is a greater cooperation among devotees. You see, in iskcon, we have Australians, Americans, Europeans, South Africans, all the various kind of people, they come together and serving Srila Prabhupada, serving Krishna. That's, you see, a lot of peace, a lot of cooperation amongst themselves on the order of Guru, on the order of Krishna. So only and only when we accept the Supreme Lord as our Supreme Lord, as our Father, then we can live happily as the children of God. We don't not at all have any envious towards others. So these are the three aspects of this today's discussion. Number one aspect, only the great people, they think about the welfare of everybody in the society. Otherwise, we all think of our own bread and butter. We struggle hard. So all these great freedom fighters, they thought about the future of India. They struggled a lot. Because of their struggle, we are able to enjoy this freedom. We are celebrating Independence Day. Gar Gar Tiranga. Number one. The number two aspect, that we wish everybody happy Independence Day, but actually we are not independent. We are completely dependent on someone in our life. More than external enemies, we should recognize more than external enemies like Britishers, we should recognize our own internal enemies. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. We should be able to tell them, Mr. Lust, get out of my heart. Then only the real freedom happens. That is the heaven of freedom, what Rabindranath Tagor is saying. That is the heaven of freedom. We can really experience that freedom in the heart. And third aspect, only and only by practicing Bhakti Yoga, Bhajatam Adokshaje, we can become peaceful. We can get that freedom. Otherwise, in the name of independence, we are only depending on someone else. These are the three aspects. That's why take up the path of Krishna consciousness, experience that internal freedom. When you are internally free, when we feel internally peaceful, happy, no matter what kind of external affairs will come, we will not get disturbed. So internally we should be very grounded to Krishna's consciousness, absorbed in the thought of Krishna. Then external things will not disturb us. That's how we celebrate our Independence Day. We give a great salute to our freedom fighters, looking at the flag. They have done a lot. They think about others' welfare, whole India's future. And second thing, that we should recognize the internal enemies and tell them, please leave my heart. And the third thing is the process how to get rid of the internal enemies, getting real freedom, internal peace, internal freedom, is by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, by taking up Krishna consciousness, by serving that Supreme Lord. I thank all of you very much. So if anybody has any questions, comments, we can take. Hare Krishna. Yes, devotees. Anybody has any questions, comments? So I wish you once again happy Independence Day, 78th Independence Day. Recognize your internal enemies. Let us recognize our internal enemies. Let us declare the war against them by the path of Krishna consciousness, by the practicing of Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, devotees. Hare Krishna. Yes, bro. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Piyush has a question, I guess. He has raised his right hand.
Can you repeat again?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Piyush.
We have offline lectures tomorrow. Ekadashi special lectures.
Tomorrow is Ekadashi, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I will inform you. Bro. So we are planning to have a Sunday classes. Tomorrow I will let you know. Tomorrow we are having a Julan festival. Julan festival starting in iskcon Juhu. So do join for that festival, Julan Yatra. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So devotees, let us all unmute ourselves. Let us chant one time Hare Krishna Mahamantra. All of you unmute. Let us chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।